Hello, Jen Emery here, and I'm here as promised to show you how to make the little mini photo album that I featured in a reel last week, I think. I showed how to make it really quickly, and this was the resulting thing. You can see pages are in here, and you turn each page. And you can decorate it, put photos and things through it. You might have seen the one I made with the cat on the front a month or so ago. So this is the same deal. We're just doing a different colour, different pattern paper on the inside. And it really is quite simple and easy. Now, I might just have to adjust my lighting because the shadows are terrible. I don't have the easiest setup for lives, but maybe that'll work. Anyway, here we go. So what you have to start off with is your base cardstock. It doesn't have to be black. I'm just doing that to show it. And we are going to cut it. Hang on, I'll just hold that there. You can take a screenshot of them, or if you're watching this later, you can pause it, write it down, do whatever you like, take a screenshot. These are the measurements, but we'll go through this as I make it. So you take your cardstock and you want it to be 8¼ inch by 9 inch. This is Australian A4 paper, which is 21 centimeters down here, which is exactly what we want, which is 8¼ inch as far as I know. Let's check that, shall we? Oh, look at that, 8¼ inch. So I don't have to cut that way, I just have to do it this way at 9 inches. 9 inches, about there. Or 23 centimeters if you want to use centimeters. And once I've done that, I'm going to be doing some score lines. So where I say score along 8¼ or 21 centimeters, that means I want that 21 centimeter edge up the top of this tool, whatever tool you've got to cut and score with. We first want that 21 centimeter edge up here. I want to take the cutting tool off this because I don't want to accidentally cut. I actually just want to do lines that I can fold. And I'll just double check. I am scoring along the 21 centimeter or the 8¼ edge. If I put that over to 21 there, it's on that cut one, that's right, okay? And this way here, that's definitely the, close to 23. Look at that, it's a bit out. All right. So we're scoring at 7/8 inch and 7 3/8 inch, meaning from the left we go over to the right 7/8 and then 7 3/4. So 7/8, yeah, watch me use inches. I'm Australian, we use centimeters here, but I have found it heaps easier to adapt to inches for card making. About 4, 5, 6, 7/8 of an inch back there. And we want a score line up there, and we move it across and we want it again at 7 3/8. 7 1 2 3, which should be about 18.7. Yes, it is. All right, 7 1 2 7 1 2 3. There. Very close to there anyway. Go that way. Now I'm just checking on my computer. I don't have any clue why I cannot see my own live on my computer. Anyway, it'd be nice to sort of make sure everything's staying on the screen for you guys. Okay, next lot of score lines, scoring along the 9 inch side. So we're flipping it over to the 9 inch side at the top. And we're doing 7/8 inch, 4 1/4 inch, 4 3/4 inch, and 8¼ inch, or all of these centimeters, which hopefully you took the screenshot before and you can follow that. So I'm doing 7 out of 8. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7 eighths is here. Okay, 7 eighths, and then 4 1/4. 4 1/4. 4 3/4. 8 1/8. 8 1/8. It's tricksy once you start doing 16ths, but I've spent a year and a half learning all this and pretty happy. Alright, I don't need that for now. So hopefully you can see the marks on this. This is valley score and mountain score, which sits up, and folding the mountain is the way to fold your paper. So folding in the mountain. So just give it a fold all round, make these folds stand out, and that one, that one, and you can see already the basis of our cover. So what we're going to do is fold the outside edges, but before we can do that, I have to actually cut these corners. Now I recommend, if you have a really good 45-degree angling tool for cutting, to do that. I haven't mastered it on that trimmer, so I'm just going to try and do it by hand. Down across here, each corner comes off. And you'll see why in a moment. Okay, get rid of them. Okay, so what's going to happen is all these are going to get glued down, and they come in semi-neatly. Doesn't matter, it does get covered at the end. Okay, so I'm actually going to score, I'll use the bone folder just to give these a bit of a sharper, cleaner fold, so when they glue down, glue better. You don't really have to do this. You can even do this with your fingernail if you want, if you don't have a bone folding tool. Okay, not real bone, by the way. Maybe traditionally they were. So I'm going to use Tombow Mono Liquid Glue. It is a PVA glue, but it seems to be just the tiniest bit runnier than most PVA glues, and it's easier to apply. So I'm going to do the top first, no particular reason. It's going to resist, it's going to want to pop up, so I'm going to have to hold this down. You can also use double-sided tape if you like that, or a double-sided tape that comes on a roll that you apply like this. I find sometimes this might rip my paper up. There is a gentler one there, but I'm just going to go for the good old PVA. You can't beat it sometimes. Might just take a little longer to adhere. So fold the top down, fold the bottom up, and do the sides. Thanks for following along. Thanks for watching. I hope you're following along. This is actually the first time I've done a full-length, real-time tutorial. Usually I just take mini videos of what I do and put them all together and put them on high speed, and you can watch the magic that way. But it can be a bit harder to follow along if you want to make something, so I thought it's about time I started doing this, right? Okay, I think I've got that. that. I might actually, now that they're glued, I might actually just bone fold those folds here, which are the spine. There we go. Right, so the next thing we can do, make sure that's working. Yep. I want to just put a black piece in here, which will cover that up. That scrap's not big enough. I do happen to have another scrap here, and I need to just measure what I need to glue in here. So where are we? About, what do I do? I wish it was just, you know, real easy. Oh yeah, 8.5 by, so notice I'm going in centimetres now because it's 8.5 by 16 and just a bit under a half. It's a bit easier to do that for that piece. 8.5. Oh, that's not the cutter. Take that off. Put the cutting piece on. Here we go. Cut. 8.5. If you're a bit more experienced at making paper crafts and stuff, then you might already be ahead of me. So there's 16.5 there, and it was just a millimetre under, I think. So I'll do that, and we'll see if I got that right. It's probably going to overhang, so I might have to just take a smidge off. By the way, a smidge is an official amount. And it's totally by eye. And that's a smidge in the case of making this anyway. There we go. Here. That'll go over that. Cover that inside. I think I can even take a smidge off that, because when I fold that, yep, smidge off here. There we go. Like that. A smidge. Love it. Yep, that's great. Love it. Right, this can actually go right away now. Don't need that again. Oh, I do need that again. What am I saying? Lucky, it's right next to me. So I'm just going to glue this inside cover piece to cover the inside cover. Makes it look a bit prettier. And there. You could also do a piece for down the spine here if you want to. I didn't in this book, and it possibly, it doesn't matter if you do or don't. Okay, so I made one of these with the cat on it and gave that to a gift, as a gift, sorry, to my daughter. She absolutely loved it because she moved out of home and misses the family cat. So now she has a little book with little photos and little sayings and stuff that she can adore when she's feeling like she's missing him and when she doesn't feel like driving home to visit him. Right, so that's done. Just let that glue settle, and I'll show you. I've done exactly the same papers as in this one, and I don't even know if I'll do this. You need to choose what you want. So I've got double-sided papers here with a design on both sides, and you've got to decide which designs you want facing you. So you're going to be putting photos and decorations and ephemera, I can't say it, but that's what you're going to do in these pages. So you want to make sure you do it so that they're facing the right way up when you're going to do that, and that you've got the design that you want to be facing you, right? So I want this facing me, I want this facing me, I want this facing me, this, and this. And this is the right way up, because this design here has to be up the right way. All these other, and these hearts have to be up the right way. Everything else wouldn't really matter. So they're the way I want them. But it means I have to fold them. I have to fold them. For example, where is this one? Did I even put that in the end? Ah, yeah, it's going to be folding that way. So when it opens in the book, it's like this, which means I actually have to turn them that way around to do my score mark, to give myself the mountain to fold into. So, take the cutting tool out so I don't accidentally cut pages. Sometimes my concentration isn't the greatest. So all of these are just folded in half, which is at the 3-inch mark, which is 7.6 centimeters or so. So there we go. And it just puts a score line on it and makes it easier to fold. So I'm going to have it coming that way. Okay. I'm going to work at the 3-inch mark and not the 7.6 because these papers are 6 by 6 inches. So it's easier to work at the 3-inch line there. Ah, oops, that way. Yep, that way. That way. Oh, it's harsh on the eyes, that pattern. That's why I'm not using that one facing upwards. It's confusing my brain. Ah, gosh, I've done again. That way, Jen. Okay. 3. I want this side. Now I still can't see myself doing this live when I log in with another account, so I'm going to have to look up the settings that are going on, because it should have notified me, but maybe I forgot to put those settings in. Anyway, nearly done. So you do 6 pages all up, fold it in half. Now I have finished with the trimmer and the cutter. So what we've got now, 6 pages, folded in half, and what we're going to do is double check they're all the right way up. Yep, that's good. So what you're doing is gluing the back of the first page to the front of the next page, okay, there. So then you end up with this. Then you do the back of that last page to the front of the next page. And when that's glued, you will have another page. And you just keep doing that until they're all stuck together. So this is the bit, if you're watching this live later on, you could probably speed this up by double or more. It's probably the thing that takes the most amount of time for this whole book. I actually have fun with this glue. Sometimes I feel like I'm being all artistic with it. Now this glue dries real quick, so I have to make sure I place it and I try to get it straight. I did have a bit of trouble with the last one with it setting so quickly that it didn't. They didn't all end up perfectly straight, but it doesn't matter. You know, I'm like a tiniest bit out there. I can't move that now. It's glued. Okay, so there's my front. Next page, next page. Now we're doing the next page. So that and that's going to be glued together. Here we go. Try to work a bit quicker, getting it on there and getting it straight. Back, there we go. That'll do. It's a bit out. Bit out. Oh, it's a lot out. Look at that. What is it? Well, it's still letting me push it a bit. There we go. All right. Make sure I'm still upright. So now we have this page, this page, this page. We're going to the next page. Do. Okay, see how we're going? It's all making sense. We're nearly done. Actually doing a bit better than the last one now that I've found kind of a better way to do it there. Alright, last one, last page. Oh, wow, that one's way out. Get down while the glue's wet. Yeah. Excellent. Again, you don't need that. I just like it. You can just do that. Sorry if you are watching live. I can't read your comments or reply to you or do anything because I cannot seem to get me up on the computer to see your comments, and my phone's in a position that's hovering over the work, so I will get back to you later. Alright, so as you can see, we have our pages all glued and ready to stick into our book. Yes, seriously, that's how easy this is. We are going to put glue on here and we're going to stick it in the book. Okay, so here we go. That's fun. Yeah, I'm using a bit extra because this is the piece that holds it in place in the book, so you want to go just a little bit to the right of that fold. Make sure you can fold this book over and that you have it placed where you want it. And this, because I used a bit extra glue, I have a bit of extra wriggle time, so that's pretty good. So there you have it. I'll let that dry. And now I have two of these ready to decorate. And what I'm planning for one of them is, I found some photos on Canva of Scotland. So I've meticulously measured the front cover and all these pages to work out like the sizes of the photos I can put in this. So I was thinking like the front cover is a bit bigger than any other inside ones, and some of these will be spread like a left and a right page. Some of these will go across the two pages. These bigger ones here are about, what are they, 9.5 centimetres square that I can put in. They will have to go in across this centre divide, but that's all right. You put a crease down them, you put them in, you decorate around it, you do whatever you like. But I'll do a video next week sometime and show you the process of doing that and creating other things. So what I'm doing, I was going to do a black and white wedding theme and I couldn't find enough photos for that. So next thing I knew, something about travelling in Scotland came up in my newsfeed, and I thought, that's a brilliant idea. Some black and white Scotland photos, pretending I've been on a holiday. So that's what I've done. They didn't come out very black and white because I used some sort of filter called Noir. Noir, which seems to have made them, well, not black and white, almost sepia, but not quite. But I don't care. I think they're going to look cool as a booklet. And if you've been on a holiday with a friend or something like that, you would probably have photos of you and them. Much better than just things. And you could put a little booklet like this together of your little holiday and have a little keepsake. You could even make 2 of them. One for you and one for your friend. How cool would that be? Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you have learnt something. I hope you make something. If you do, please let me know. I'd love to know that someone's made something that I've shown them how to make. That'd be really cool. And this is After Dark Crafts, and it's very spontaneous, so I can't tell you when I'm going to do the next video. And that's just the way I roll. If I try to plan things, stuff just gets in the way, I always find, so I'm better off being spontaneous, and that's just the way I work with crafting. Have a great day. Thanks again for watching, and if you are watching this on replay, don't forget to hashtag replay. That would be really cool. See ya. Oh, happy crafting. There's those measurements again. See, I haven't gone yet. Measurements again, and there's the instructions for the pages inside. So take a screenshot of that. That's all you need to do. And now I am definitely going, and thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on my next video. Yay!